Hey guys, welcome back to another Sunday live stream at Trace Trades. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click the link in the description so you can join the stream and participate live next week. It's completely free to attend, and you do not have to be a premium member. I'm going to try to wrap this up pretty quickly because football is going on right now, but let's get right into that. First, we have Apple on the list. Apple's pretty much always on our list, but here we have significant 8 EMA extension, as well as coming in on this like 160 to like 162 support zone. So hoping to see like a quick relief bounce off that. Futures are green right now, so that'd definitely be hopeful to catch at the open tomorrow. Definitely going to be looking out for that. But as far as like longer, like swinging longs, I really don't want to be playing too much with Apple until we get above this like 168 level way up here. Next we have Crowd. Crowd lost this pretty long-term support zone here on Friday. I want to see it retest this zone and then fail it again so I could short it. Upon failing this zone again, you could either short it below Friday's lower day, which is a little more safer, or you could wait until it's accepted back into this sort of support zone that we used to have, and then once it falls out and like a candle closes outside of it, then you can again short that as well, but that'll be a little more high risk because it can still reverse into you with a higher low. Whereas if we wait until it breaks Friday's low, then we're sure that we have momentum to carry us further down. Next we have Microsoft. Just some key levels here, really playing off this range that we had back in September. Lowest is around like 293. If we start hitting around 293 and fail it, definitely be looking to short. And then where we're at right now, this 297 is a pretty solid level. We gapped up from it previously, and then we're being held below it before another gap up above it. So the level that we're at right now is pretty significant, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we just sort of chopped around there. And then as far as upside, looking at that 300 level, very easy. It lines up pretty decently with some resistance, again, in the same range back here. But really, that's more playing off a psych level. And then next we have this 305, which would be, again, the top of that range. Next we have NVDA. Got pretty hammered down recently. This is an old setup, so we get rid of that. But got pretty hammered down, fell into this gap and filled it. Right now we still have this lower like 231 to 230 support that we could hold. Again, just based off like this little couple touches in September. If we fail that, that means we've also been accepted below this gap back in October. So that's very, very bearish for NVIDIA. So if we close below this gap, or this level right here, this 231, 230, definitely going to be looking to short this name. And last for the individual names is Tesla. We were watching that 1,000 level, shorted it a couple times. It was pretty free money, especially on Friday, where we got a little bit of a boost into it and then slapped right back down. That was a good trade. And then coming back down, way down into this gap here, stopping around like that 340 or that 940 level, and not actually completing the gap fill around like 937. But in any case, I'm really looking at this like 929 level. So if we look back to these wicks in December, these little wicks touching off of it, and then this big red candle also touching off of that. This is a pretty significant level, it seems, because that's the first time that we went in and actually tested it, and then it came back up. That could have to do with the fact that that's the first time that this gap way back here in October was getting filled by these candles in December. But again, really, if we fail this level, I think it's likely that, again, we touched the recent lower low, so that's around 885. So looking at like that 930 down to 885 for Tesla. Or if we bounce at our 930, that kind of lines up with our little mid-channel line, which it usually isn't too significant, so I wouldn't really base a trade off of it. But if we do start bouncing off of this level, that could be decent for a reversal. And then as far as broad market goes, we have SPY, just drew out some levels here. Again, nothing crazy here. We do have significant 8 EMA extension, so I would look for more of a relief bounce this week. Again, futures are already kind of moving well. So definitely going to look for a relief bounce Monday, maybe Tuesday. But I don't really think the downside's over. My general sort of philosophy here is I'm going to keep shorting until it doesn't really work anymore. And that's why, again, that's why a lot of my trades have been day trades, been playing more light, more like nimble, so to speak. And if you play like that, then you're always ready to switch and catch the upside. And since I'm more of an upside trader anyway, I think I'll be able to see that a lot easier. So for now, again, I'm just going to keep shorting until I see like significant signs of return. And I don't really see that yet. Like all these candles, very fat and downward candles closing near their lows every single time. These are very bearish candles. And it's the same thing with the Qs. Again, I just have some levels plotted up here. You can see them all if you want to jot them down yourself. But again, these same candles, again, closing at the lows almost every single time. Like, there's nothing bullish about these candles. These are all pretty high volume candles, too, so I'd watch out for that. And again, really, that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to keep shorting until I see clear signs of reversal. That's why, even with the individual names, there was some, like, maybe upside potential on some of them, but most of the time, like, I'm looking at downside this week still. So again, just kind of stay light this week. And overall, if you do that, you probably won't blow your account and you'll be ready for our next sort of bull run up, which is a lot easier to trade for most people. But that's it for the Sunday live stream this week. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the link in the description so you could join the server and participate in the streams live.